What is going on, true believers? I hope you're having a great morning. I hope you're not out there in Pennsylvania somewhere stealing eggs. Who does that? Who's stealing all the eggs? What is going on here when we've got a retail value for 100,000 eggs? $40,000. Are you shitting me? Are you just is out of control with these egg prices? It's going absolutely crazy. Trump, come on, man. You were supposed to fix all this. Anyway, there's a lot going on in the crypto market. We're going to look at the crypto bubbles. We're going to look at the fear and greed index. We're going to talk about Hong Kong, who is now stepping up their Bitcoin reserve plan because the US is now pushing. XRP thinks that the case is about to be dropped. Bitcoin and altcoins, are they going to suffer further declines? We're going to talk about all that and more. And the Senate Banking Committee is going to talk about debanking today. It's going to get crazy around here. So strap on, strap in. Put the strap wherever you want to put the strap. Ladies, this is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, guys, let's get after it. So, your news update. You guys are out of your minds, okay? Before we get started, breaking. State police are searching for a suspect after 100,000 eggs were stolen from an egg distributor trailer. Pennsylvania police are searching for a suspect after nearly 100,000 eggs were stolen from an egg distributor. This is the wildest stuff that Tony Soprano has ever done. This kind of stuff right here is just what the French would call absolutely cray-cray, bro. What is wrong with you? So, as you might also know, I got a new format over here, trying to work through getting as much information as possible on this page so that you guys can see it every single day. So work with me, not against me. Make sure, by the way, that you hit the like button on your way in. And let's look at the top performing cryptos right now by bubble map, with DEX-E up 44% today, Ultima at 21%, Hype up 17%, and OM up 25%. And then as you look around, you'll see Bitcoin generally not really blowing up, down 3%. This is the week. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Let me go back and try for the day. Trump is pumping 13% right now, up bigger on some hourly charts because it started pumping, and it might have a really good run today. Might have a really nice run by the end for Trump. But Ray down 12%, Jito down 11%, Ina 10.4%. That's about the top right now. Ultima still up as well. In the 200s, you got AMP up 12%. FTT, the new FTX token, up 12.5%. Pendle down there up 3%. Plume down 12%. Giga down 12%. Dog down 9%. By the way, you got some people over here on Twitter talking about meme coin recovery. Fart coins down 10%. Toshi's down 8.5%. None of them are pumping. So, man, Griffane down 26% today. Vine up 31.9%. Maybe that's what they're looking at. They're looking at Vine and they're like, well, Vine is the entire internet right now. Dumb shit that they're doing. Whatever. VVV up 13.4%. Zeus down 13%. ARC up 16%. So little bit of recovery underway. Nothing that's really like exploding, right? Corgi down 20%. You know, because memes are recovering. Akuma down 22%, because memes are recovering. MNT up 20%, IAG up 23%, Neon up 30%, Unicorn Fart Dust down 22%, meme recovery. Lo-Fi 18%, meme recovery. Miggles down 10%, Andy down 13%. Why? Memes are recovering. Moby down 26% because memes are recovering. Swarms is down 15% because memes are recovering. Wolf is down 10% because memes are recovering. Come on, guys. We can do better than this shit. So Fourth up 43%, though. Fort up 17%. Things with functions, things with uses, things with utility seem to be pumping. So next up, Fear and Greed Index at 54 right now. After a really big move, and we did have a really nice move, we've had this little correction back to the downside. And by the way, we had a huge sell-off, and then we had a decent day from the U.S., bringing some of that heat back very quickly. And now we're kind of at dead even trying to figure out how this day is going to go. But if you were to look at the chart and do it on an hourly basis, then you will see that over the last couple of hours, we had a nice little pump leading into our day, taking us up to 3.2 trillion. And now we're having a little bit of the US market selling off because it's what it do, dog. Because, not going up, it's like going down, only, like totally the opposite. But also, it's pretty much like awesome, or whatever the fuck. Whatever they say. I don't know. I have no idea what institution is thinking at this point. Now, Dow Jones down 180 points on the day. Looks like it is in sell-off mode. It's been open for a little while, so not sure what the sell-off is based on. Haven't really paid attention to it today. We're focused totally on crypto. So what do I think is going to happen? I think that we're going to bounce through these frames right here, right now. By the way, if you were looking to accumulate Bitcoin right now, and if I said to you, well, you know what, any time, right, is a good time to accumulate Bitcoin, I would tell you that we're in this box right here that we've been in for a very, very long time, and that you should not buy it in the middle of the box. Okay. That you should at least give it a chance to play either to the upside or the downside. And if it comes down here and you get an opportunity, put everything into going long, because most likely it will come back up to the top of this range. And that is a big time move for Bitcoin. Now, in the event that that were to happen, and in the event that that occurred, then you're going to make it. Right? You're going to make it. The problem would be if you try to short up here at the top. And look, you've been successful right now shorting the top. You've been successful shorting the top. You've been successful shorting the top. You've been successful shorting the top. But at some point, because you're in a bull market, you're not going to be successful shorting the top. So if you decide that you're going to short and it breaks out towards that top of the range, be prepared to potentially lose your investment, because there will be a crazy move that takes off and takes us into this 124,000 range. It will happen. And if it does happen like that, then it would be a shame that you got wrecked because you were sitting here just right in the middle of the range. I mean, this thing has a range high, it has a range low, value area high, value area low. And if those are happening, right, buy only during those spots. That's how you win. So if you want to win, buy down here at around 92,000 and make sure that you sell when it gets to 106,000. Now, in the event that it breaks out, let me tell you what you should be doing. In the event that it breaks out like this and it comes up here and we don't cascade down, if we were to somehow stay on top of this range, that would mean that a new range is being minted, and that we should look at it for a long, because it bounces off of the top of here. Until it bounces off the top, then we should just be longing it going into this right here. So boom, that's what we're looking for ultimately, is we're looking for a breakout to 110. We're looking for a test back at 105 or 106. And then we're looking for some consolidation in range, and then a takeoff, or a takeoff without any consolidation. That's what we want to see ultimately. So don't short at the top of this range, right? Or look, I'm not telling you what to do. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't tell you what to. You do whatever you want to do. I'm telling you that it does not look like a wise move if you were to do that. Like, it would look to me, it would look like just crazy time for that purpose. Like, I can't see as how you would want to do that. So, but that's on you, man. Anyway, let's move on here. All right, so the Bitcoin ETF, just to give you guys some clarity, I'm going to show you something that's crazy, by the way, that when you look at it, you'll be like, oh, like, wow. So yesterday on the ETF, we had an inflow of $340 million on the Bitcoin ETF. The Ethereum ETF, on the other hand, look at this. Yesterday, 107,000 inflow. That is 107,000 Ethereum just got bought up, 96,000 by BlackRock. And what does that look like? $308 million. That is an absolutely insane number. Okay. So look, guys, all I'm saying is this. If you are like Doggin, if you're getting your eggs from the black market, stop. Put all your eggs in one Ethereum basket, because Ethereum is about to rip. And by the way, if Ethereum explodes in price, you're going to be able to afford eggs pretty soon. So guys, save up, because you can make an omelet soon. All right. Hashtag thanks MAGA. And by the way, just so you guys know, Donald Trump, they don't really have anything to do with egg prices. There's not going to be a whole, it's not really a whole lot to it. It just, for some reason, gives me great joy to piss some of you off because you take this shit way too seriously. By the way, understanding, I know, America, problem. We hate, we hate the, those people. The one that you thought of when I said that, those are the people. So yeah, we don't like those people. So anyway, big time move into Ethereum usually is going to lead to a massive pump. Now, the one thing that we should also consider is we're back up to 6 billion for Solana, but only 4 billion for Ethereum. Ethereum cooling off a little bit. Yesterday it was close to 8 billion, both of them, but Ethereum's cooled off. Now, layer twos are still ripping. I mean, you can see that there's obviously more volume on the Ethereum network, whether, what we have to combine layer one with layer two. But as I'm keeping up with Solana, in my estimation or in my opinion, I think that I think the Solana is still doing a fantastic job. I don't know that we're ready, but, and it's a mighty big but, remember Petra, which is the upgrade for Ethereum. Petra is probably a game changer, and Petra will be launching in March. So if you guys remember what happened when we had Dencun, which was the last big upgrade for Ethereum, we had a massive run. We had a crazy little dust up on that price action when Dencun came out. That's where we ended up going from, where was it here, right? 872 Ethereum up to 2,141. It looked like this right here. This was our bottom over here. This is when everybody's like freaking out, right? And then Dencun gets announced, and wham, 2,000 right there. Then, of course, it dumps, buy the rumor, sell the news, and then it starts ripping again. So to that secondary top. So it's all perspective. When in doubt, zoom out. So, get ready for, I think, what would amount to a decent Ethereum move coming up. I think the market really wants to see it send, but right now they're trying to find, like, can we attract enough institution? Can we attract enough retail to make this worth our while on Ethereum? Bitcoin's been easy to attract. Ethereum, not so easy. But again, with that much money coming into the ETF, probably an easier sell right now. Expect to see a big move. I mean a big move. Like, I think that Ethereum is going to rip like straight to 4,000 coming up very, very soon. Like, I think we're going to see one of those moves where we're like, wow, you know what I mean? So I think it's primed for it. I think the inflows representative of it. I think the RSI looks really, really weak right now. And the last time that happened, remember, that was down here when we were at 2000. And what ended up happening? It was right here, from this move right here to this move right here. That's here to here. And the rip on that was 93%. And that's 93%. Really, it was over, I want to say, probably about 2 months. That's going to go from July here, the big jump in July, up to, let's call that 4 months. I think this is going to be more like this. It's going to be a little faster the way that it goes. But, I mean, if you just look at this to this, maybe that's a better estimate. I don't know that we have this consolidation left. I think that it's just a matter of breaking out now. So might be a dump down a little bit more on Ethereum, but we are headed to 4,000. I think imminently for Ethereum. And it's probably just going to take the right announcement at the right time to send this whole thing into orbit. I think the market really wants to start moving. So let's talk about news. Hong Kong, because of all of this stuff that's going on, Hong Kong has now made plans to speed up their Bitcoin reserve plan after the David Sachs push. So, as the crypto czar weighs in on Donald Trump's order to investigate a Bitcoin strategic reserve, Hong Kong legislator Johnny Ng said that they would need to speed up similar measures. Does that mean that they are? No. Does it mean that they're considering it? Obviously, one of the legislators is looking right now. Amid the growing push for digital assets worldwide, Hong Kong is working to position itself as the global hub of cryptocurrency. We are at war right now with Hong Kong over cryptocurrency domination. That's what's happening right now. And what will that do? Well, look, I think the most important part to consider is this. If Donald Trump wants Bitcoin, we will find a way to buy Bitcoin and add Bitcoin to our strategic reserve. But I think that Hong Kong is going to do the same thing, and they're probably going to need a lot of help from mainland China. I think that's the important part. Trail Boss says, what is your bench at? I don't know. I just look, guys, I work out. You guys, just for clarity, I work out a lot, and I don't have a maximum bench press, and I don't have a maximum bench press because I don't lift maximum weight anymore. I don't want to break something. So if you want to know what I do, I basically do strictly inclines and flies and stuff like that at this point. Every once in a while, I'll do like a press machine, and I do heavy work on triceps. So if you want to see, I'll have a pretty big tricep, because I do heavy work. But what I'm doing right now is I'm doing normally my workout is 225, and I do that 15 times on the incline, and then I do 275 like 8 times, and then I do 315 between 4 and 6 times, and then that's all I do, and I don't go heavy. And then I get into a fly machine and I just start crunching the chest, because I just want that chest to pop. So that's all I do. So let's just call it 315 for 4 to 6 reps. That's about as close as I can get to it at this point. So I don't like the risk of popping a shoulder or something like that. Work out my shoulders a lot. You know what I mean? Like I work out smaller muscle groups, and I do 10. Right now I'm doing 10 sets of 10 on everything. So it's exhausting. So, but we're on a fat burning binge at this point right now. I think you should try some cardio. I'm not gay, so I don't think so. The point to it, if I wanted to, then sure, I could do some cardio. But I'm not trying to attract another dude, you know what I'm saying? So what am I going to do? Oh, and by the way, just for clarity's sake, I'm joking with it right now about cardio. A couple years ago, I was running like crazy. And my kid and me and everybody was into Pokemon Go. So I would take everybody's phone, I would put them in my pockets, and then I would run and hatch eggs for people. So I was doing a lot of running a couple of years ago. But I think it's more funny to joke about it than it is to admit that, yeah, I do cardio. But my cardio right now is not even running. My cardio is I do they're called it's like a hang press, and I just take I take like 135 pounds and just boom over my head over and over and over again from the waist all the way, you know what I mean? All the way up. I just keep doing that over and over again. That's good for your traps. It's good for your shoulder development, stuff like that. But it also, and then I do kettlebell swings, and I do like 100 kettlebell swings. And those really kind of cover what cardio I need. I get my heart rate up, which is what I'm looking to do. And as long as I can do that and I can make myself go, then I'm good to go. If crypto dies, you got a weightlifting. I don't. I have a Chicago Bears channel, and I'm not one of those people that likes to record myself in the gym or stuff like that. Like I might take a picture or something in a sauna, or But to me, that's just I don't. I'll never have that. What do you eat food wise to keep weight out? I eat mostly carnivore. I'm not stringent or adherent to anything, but one of the things that I like to do is fast. So I'll go on like 2 or 3 day fasts from time to time. Number one, and every once in a while, like when it crosses me, I'll go on a 3-day fast just to really kind of reset the entire body. And while I'm doing that, by the way, I don't change my workout routine. So I just make the workouts harder. Like again, I do 10 sets of 10 instead of 3 sets of 10 or something like that. Like so I've changed a lot of that stuff. But I fast every once in a while. I do carnivore every once in a while. And then that allows me, whenever I want to just fucking pig out. You know what I mean? Just absolutely go nuts with it. So that's what happens. So I won't be able to have a channel, but, I try to stay healthy. Also, I take like creatine every day, ashwagandha every day, collagen, just the stuff that actually works, like beta alanine, collagen, creatine are the 3 things that certainly definitely work. And then caffeine every once in a while. I don't drink coffee anymore. I drink water instead. But every once in a while, like before the gym, I pour I pour like 2 different energy supplements into a drink, and then I drink that before the gym, which includes creatine and beta alanine. So there you have it. That's my secret, if you will, to working out. So anyway, back to the matter at hand. Hong Kong setting up a strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's going to be fantastic. XRP lawyer reveals when US SEC can start dropping crypto cases. Now, if you don't know, 50 litigators from the SEC have immediately been reassigned. Now, that means that they will not be participating in whatever was going on in all of these other cases. In the latest XRP news, the US SEC stance on crypto lawsuits is under the spotlight, with legal experts weighing in on potential dismissals. Meta lawman James Murphy, he says that he thinks that the SEC will not oppose Coinbase's motion for an interlocutory appeal in the Second Circuit. This marks a shift, meaning Gary Gensler is not there to fight back, so most likely they're going to let the process play out. Then he speculated that the agency might settle or dismiss the case before reaching that stage. This has sparked speculation that the agency is softening its approach towards crypto cases, which it obviously and clearly is. And also, a key factor influencing these decisions is the uncertainty at leadership. With no Senate confirmed chairman, Murphy is expected a new chair to be appointed by March or April. For context, when an ex-user questioned when the agency could start dropping the cases and what's stopping them from such a move, he said, yeah, it's probably March or April. So these cases will continue on, and they're not just going to drop it all. So in the meantime, Mark Uyeda is the guy who's in charge for the moment. And look, he cannot unravel all of the cases. That's not good for business, and that's not good for anybody. BitBoy won't fight me. He and I had that conversation one day because, you know, I mean, guys, I for real, I'm 6 foot, 280. Like BitBoy is, I'm pretty sure he's like 5'8", 150 pounds. Like I there's no way, there's no way that he's not, look, BitBoy's not taking punches from me. All right. I hit hard. So, somebody at 140, 150 pounds is not going to take, you know what I mean? That's why I offered to fight. If you guys remember, I offered, because I'm on BitBoy's side on everything that he does. I offered to fight, who's the two guys from Discover Crypto that were dating, Nick and TJ, Tricky Nicky and the Teacher. I don't know. I don't know if they, maybe they were. I don't know. A lot of people are saying, I'm not saying, I'm just repeating what somebody else told me, that maybe they were having an affair or something, because that goes around. I mean, you know, remember TJ was banging his secretary. So, who, by the way, was getting her Bitcoin from some dude that she was smashing with her cousin. Like, I don't know what was going on. Look, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on at the Teacher household. So I don't know. But I offered to fight both of them at the same time in karate combat, but I wasn't going to do it for $5,000. By the way, that's how much you get for that. You get $5,000. Maybe you get a sponsor or somebody like that, who helps you prep for the, you know, helps you prep for the fight, stuff like that. But there's no way for $5,000. No. I would, at best, like, you offer me $15,000 and fight two of those guys, I'm in. You know what I mean? I'm in. So anyway, and yeah, he doesn't, like, I'm like, he's not, it's not the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I would wear him out just by leaning. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get back to it, because there's just no way. It's just impossible. It's not going to happen. So the SEC softening its stance. Mark Ueda is in charge. This suggests that the decision regarding crypto lawsuits could still move forward despite the absence of a permanent chair. Now, it does not mean that it will, because historically, you wait for somebody to be in charge. You wait for somebody to be in charge. If you get screwed up here, RoboDrive, in one of these fights, it is not worth the $5,000 to spend $50,000 at the hospital getting yourself repaired. It's not worth it. The risk is not worth the reward. It needs to be at least 3 times that much, and you need a sponsor to fight before it's really actually worth it. If you're doing it for fun, sure, do it for fun. If you get $5,000 off of it, cool. But I mean, it's not. It literally is not worth it. So, expect to see over the next little while maybe some filings and a lack of filing from the SEC until we get an SEC head named. And by the way, I want to point out that if you haven't already, I would suggest you go look at some of the things that are coming out right now, with like Elizabeth Warren and some of these guys who are just going off on the fact that we are becoming a crypto hub. Like, and by the way, I do want to stress, Liz Warren did say that she's not opposed to crypto. She's just opposed to the rampant abuse that she sees happening in the system. And look, you should be annoyed by that, because obviously there's a lot of fraud, but that doesn't mean that you can't like you can't have crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. And if your argument, I think that, remember, the argument was that it was used by terrorists and drug dealers, right? Well, yeah, you're speaking about the US dollar without even realizing it. You know what I mean? So, Liz Warren, do everybody a favor and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Grody, shaved headed monster. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, let's move on, because now I'm getting annoyed by Liz Warren. Why is Liz Warren pissing me? I don't even know this tramp. Will Bitcoin and altcoin face further corrections as US dollar liquidity declines? Now, this is a question that we really have to ask right here, because look, the US the US dollar is still just kind of ripping. Like it ripped up here to 109. Like the DXY, we were hoping that the DXY took a dip right here. US dollar continues to be super strong. And look, the US dollar was super strong until Donald Trump took over. And then, it's kind of declining since then. So, I mean, I don't know what to make of that. Like, why are we still like just treading even? You know what I mean? Like this is where the election happened, like right here. And this is where we are right now. Like we're not making any progress. We even dipped before pumping in, you know what I mean? So by the way, I think there's going to be a lot of strength in the US dollar over the next little while. I think that's, Trump is kind of focused on that. So I think that we'll see, I think we'll see up for the US dollar and we'll see up for Bitcoin and the rest of cryptocurrency. So I wouldn't be too stressed about it right now. But the fact that Bitcoin is not holding over 100,000, is that a problem? Like, for example, Bitcoin bulls failed to hold 100K level, signaling persistent market weakness. I want you to think about that for just a second, okay? Bitcoin a few months ago, all right? Bitcoin in November during the election here was at $67,000. Bitcoin is trading at 100. Let me say this one more time. Bitcoin was at $67,000 at the time of the election. Bitcoin is now trading around $100,000. Be honest, does that sound like weakness to you? Because it sounds to me like Busan Okokar should shut the fuck up because he has no idea what he's talking about. Okay. Bitcoin holding 100,000, that is a myth. That's not even a support level. You know what I mean? Like that. I mean, well, actually, I guess it is. 95 though is the support level. Like if you really want to get down to it, it looks like that support comes down into like 88. If you want to make the argument, 90,000 is bigger support than 100,000. 100,000 has less support right now than 93,000. So shut up, Busan. So anyway, I would be looking for a move. Again, look for the bottom. If you get down to 91,000 one more time. And by the way, just to let you guys know, I did set myself a long right now. Right here, we're going 10x and we're setting an order price at 92,000. If we get the gift of being able to buy at 92,000 on 10x leverage, I'm willing to take the shot at losing on that one. The buy would come in right here where we were previously. So if we get that opportunity, boom, I become a buyer and then I become a seller 106,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm not looking to ride that up for the top. I'm just making that transactional. So, and if you haven't already, sign up at KCEX. It's right below me right now. Go sign up there. And it certainly helps me out if you trade on that platform. So boom, shaka boom. And by the way, CoinsChick should probably sign up under me as well. And then she should get people to sign up under her to do futures trading as well. And then we both get a reward if that's the case. Giggity. All right. So let's keep going here. Bitcoin, we'll see what happens there. Ondo.finance launches tokenization platform for open on-chain access to U.S. securities. By the way, speaking of opening up real-world securities, don't forget to go check out DevE today. The weekly roundup airs at 5 p.m. UTC, which I think that's like right now, is maybe an hour or so from now. Oh, yeah, hour and a half. It's an hour and a half away. So you can go check out and get a weekly idea of how bullish are they? What's going on? Are they excited about it? You know what I mean? Like, go see it. Let's share this, by the way. Watch this so you don't get dick cancer. There we go. All right. Do I have fun? I have fun. So anyway, make sure that you're watching this because there might be a nugget of information that just pops up that we weren't expecting, that might even set off another price rally for Devi. You never know when that thing is going to just absolutely rip. We don't have any information about the move, whatever the move is for their partner, which wink, wink, I think we know who it is. But, just because we don't have confirmation doesn't mean we don't kind of know. So let's see what happens. Okay. All right. So, don't forget, by the way, with Cryptonomy, I got a new ad coming out for Cryptonomy that'll come out tomorrow. But they are launching their own crypto coin. And if you are staking with them, you're going to get some of those as well. So boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka. So Ondo Finance, with real world assets of U.S. securities, they've launched a new platform that seeks to offer on-chain exposures to U.S.-based securities such as stocks, bonds, and ETFs. So they are looking to do that. The newly launched tokenization platform will offer exposure to over 1,000 securities listed on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, including fixed income ETFs and individual stocks as companies such as Apple and Tesla. According to the announcement, tokens issued in the Ondo GM platform will be each backed 1-to-1 by an underlying asset like a public stock and will be freely transferable like stablecoins outside the US. So this is a very big deal. This is the real world asset that's making this happen. Okay. This is the start of RWAs probably exploding. All right. And by the way, I did look up Devi on, check this out. I think I do think that they probably should have done this before. But if you come down here to their tags and you look at their tags, it's marketplace, real estate, gaming, and payments. It probably should have been RWA. We probably should have been in that RWA cut. I'm going to reach out to the team today and see if maybe that's not one of the tags that we would want to use going forward on CoinMarketCap. So we'll see whether or not that happens. But US SEC scaling down enforcement, which we just talked about. Senate Banking Committee holding a hearing today on debanking practices, which is going to be instrumental to clarifying what these banks can do. Now, because it is Republicans, I got to be honest with you, they're going to spend a lot of time crying about Democrats. So if you're interested in listening to them whine and cry about Democrats, fair enough, go ahead. But if you're interested in real results, just read it later. You know what I mean? Because this is really just about performative outrage where they start talking about, well, did Joe Biden make you do this? Like, Jesus Christ, quit crying. And by the way, when I say that, I'm on the side of crypto, and I think it was erroneous and wrong for this previous administration to do what they did, which is start enforcement processes against cryptos to try to keep people from investing in crypto. Because in my estimation, you are stifling somebody's liberty. Okay, plain and simple. The Constitution is there to allow you to not screw with me. And if you're taking away my ability to trade anything that's legal, then you are violating, in my mind, the principles of the Constitution. So the problem that I have with crypto and Democrats right now trying to hold down crypto is that specifically, because it should be considered my constitutional right to do that, regardless of their regulation or their need to control what it is that I do. So, I don't like them. Doesn't mean I like Donald Trump, by the way, just for clarity here. I don't give a shit about any one of these people. I kind of like Robert Kennedy, though. Anyway, US FDIC releases 175 critical crypto banking regulations. Now, here's what's happening here. Acting Chairman Travis Hill highlighted that these documents include communication records between the FDIC and banks that had previously requested permission to engage in crypto banking regulations. The release follows the FDIC's earlier publication of 25 suspension letters sent to 24 banks, warning them of regulatory issues related to their operations. According to the documents, most banks faced significant hurdles in their attempts to venture into crypto banking regulations. Requests for crypto businesses were often met with regulatory resistance, including repeated demands for additional information, long periods of non-response, and direct instructions to suspend all cryptocurrency and blockchain-related activities. This has led many banks to abandon their attempts to engage with the crypto sector. So now you see that this is what's been happening for the last 4 years. So with that knowledge, I think we can at least know that the current FDIC is most likely going to be way more crypto friendly, and that we should see a repealing or an unenforcement of some of these problems and 175 regulations. By the way, it is not the responsibility of FDIC to make regulations for these industries. It is the responsibility of the FDIC or any agency to enforce the regulations made by Congress, and Congress doesn't have any regulations for crypto banking. So I hope that we get back to at least a level of constitutional certainty here where your freedom is not being jeopardized. And that's what I feel like is happening right now. So hopefully we'll see a shift from these markets to a much better design. So let's talk about meme coins right now. If you haven't already, get yourself a bag of CC coin, because one, building a community that's more loyal than a dog with separation anxiety. Let's go look over here and let's say check, because look at this thing. It's been up only. And by the way, if you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, it's up only, but it's only gone from right here to right here, and that percentage of gains on my stuff is only 15x, like 15x, gross. Like, are you retarded? Like, Jesus Christ, get your shit together. Anyway, gonna have a big move. Look, we're getting to the spot where the market, it's bubbling under the surface. I told you guys 5,000 Ethereum is what's needed. We need, 5,000 Ethereum, 400 Solana, maybe even a 600 Solana. Maybe Solana breaks out a little bit more. I think it runs a little bit harder than Ethereum at this point. Bitcoin, doesn't run as hard as Solana because mathematically it's not, but volume and dollar wise, it's heavier. The percentages, it's all going to start breaking out. Okay. And by the way, again, if Solana goes to, just humor me here. Okay. If Solana goes to $800, that's a 4x from where we are right now. If we went 4x on Solana, everything that's built on Solana goes 2x, because that's the way the liquidity works. The Solana pairing represents a portion of your price. The more valuable Solana is, the higher your liquidity pool, the higher your market cap. And the way that works is that Solana in that pairing, it's a 50-50 pairing, right? So if Solana goes up 800%, every crypto goes up half that. So they're going to go up 400%. So if Solana goes up 4x, then all random cryptos are going to go up 2x. So, get ready, because it's going to get wiki wild, broski. So, all of these cryptos are about to break out. And by the way, this is with no trading. This is with no incentive or anything like that. So no trade volume, nothing like that means these things are going to break out. So look, you're going to be fine on all of your conviction plays. You're going to be even more fine on some of your meme coin plays. They will have these moments where they just start to break out and they just start to shine. It's coming. It's almost here. A little bit more patience and you will make it. Now, for Saitama Wolfpack, we've got the new videos coming out. I think the script has been submitted and just waiting for the next one. We're getting very, very close to the Las Vegas event. And by the way, would you be interested, if you're SWP, if you're part of the Saitama Wolfpack, would you be interested this year in going there on November 13 and just kind of reliving, maybe having a party in Las Vegas for the Saitama Wolfpack. Because if you're interested, then the more buyers who step in, the better we do overall in trade volume and stuff like that, then the easier it will be to host one of those events. I think that's a pretty cool opportunity. So we'll see whether or not that happens. But as far as price goes, again, it's up a few percentage points on the day. It's consolidating in this range. And what I should say is this, like, if you look at it from just a simple context, then what you saw is basically, and we're seeing more of it, a cup and handle that's playing out. And if the cup and handle is playing out and we're seeing that, then the math on that is from here to here and then on the handle. So again, it is my estimation that you are looking at a breakout coming for the Saitama Wolfpack. Now, there is a possibility of seeing this thing break out to multiple million market cap very, very soon. Right here, we're just talking about a simple and easy about 2x from where we are in terms of price. I'm holding a little bit over 1 million tokens. Just to give you guys full disclosure, my bag right now is about $7,000. So I'm incentivized for SWP, and I am a holder of SWP. But if you look at, again, this right here, this move right there, you put that right there, you're going up to maybe $0.015, $0.015, a little over 100% away from where we are at this point. So I'm looking for like a 20 million market cap, just for clarity though. Like what I see is an opportunity for just an explosive. Look, I put it this way: if we went 10x from where we are right now, that would be 6.5 cents, and that would only be a 6.5 million market cap. Okay, so just to provide clarity here, that's we had a long way to go, but there is a lot of money out here in this market. And this is another one where, Solana does what Solana does. It goes to $800. That's a 4x. That means that this one's going to have an easy 2x with no trade volume. Again, it's, and nobody, by the way, here's, I think, what's important for people to understand when you're looking at plays like this. Nobody is upside down on their trade. So that's why you should be bullish about patterns like this when you see it. Nobody's down on their trade. We're consolidating at the top right now. So if there is a breakout, and by the way, we were at this level back in the old days when Faltron kind of took this over for a short period of time. We were at the bottom over here in under sub 1 million. And then once everything got started, and once everything started going crazy, then the next thing you know, we're at 20 million market cap. Okay. So, just consider that there is a big move at play here that could be breaking out on Saitama Wolfpack. Now, for the rest of the market, Trump is at $19.20, had a big rip up into, on the 1 hour, we had this big pump here up to $20.60. But as soon as we got into that range, massive sell-off. So we got this. The question would be, are we in a bullish pattern again? Does that look like a full-on reversal of price? So we look at it from this context. We put it on the 1 hour and we look at it from here and we see that we've had this sort of move coming down, 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 down. And now the down is starting to turn towards the upward momentum. Now, in the event that that is the case, then that means that a breakout would probably be happening. And we could cup and handle this thing back up to the top at 75 and then consolidate and then have an enormous breakout. And what would that enormous breakout look like in the event that that were to happen? If we were to go from the top to the bottom and then boom, and then somewhere in that range, we would do it. You'd be talking about Trump going to $300 if a cup and handle plays out. That's not enough, by the way. If it goes to 60 billion, because that would be about 60 billion, that would be ridiculous to me. Like if it goes that high, it's got to go to 100 billion. This is about 100 billion. This is not about this rinky-dink BS that we're looking at right now. Like we want to see 100 billion on the Trump coin at this point. So maybe we will. Who knows? But for right now, it looks like in that hourly that a reversal is underway and that maybe we did find the bottom. Now that we found the bottom, can we build and continue to make our way? Now, we don't know that it's the bottom, by the way. This could just be a fake out. Remember, we had a fake out right here that looked like we were kind of finally trying to break out. We had a fake out right here that looked like we were kind of trying to break out, and none of them sustained. As soon as the opportunity presented itself, it created even more dump. So, we may not be there yet. We might have more room to dump down to, but in the event that this is not, and we see an actual reversal, then you should expect to see a test at the 20, which is at about $22, $23. Then you should see a breakout past the 786, which is $25. And you should see a move, an aggressive move into this golden zone right here. And then another retest here at $63. Those are the three things that I'm looking for. A test of the 200 MA, a breakout above back into this zone, and then another test of this range right here, probably a drop back to here, and then a break back up like right there. So that's what I would say is probably going to happen. And that's just a guess. You never know with this market, like what will really, really resonate and what will cause people to kind of just ape back in and flip out. Remember, once they turn the jets on for this thing, again, I think the fight for Trump token, the official Trump coin, the fight is 100 billion market cap. That's the fight. The end of story. So maybe we'll see that happen and be the first one. So anyway, Trump breaking out, cognitive, not really moving. API 3 still kind of down right around 90 cents right now. I don't like the position, but look, the rest of the market is doing it. I'm not really concerned. It's an opportunity to DCA. I bought more at 88 cents like 3 days ago. So I'm feeling better about my API bag size. I'm feeling way better about it. The fact that it's not pumping super hard, the rest of the market, it's going to pump. It's RWA. Again, this is going to be one of those things where it's just going to, at one point, people are going to be like, oh yeah, this is the competitor of Chainlink, and it's just going to start to send. So I think that's coming very, very soon. Also, the old Trump MAGA meme coin, for clarity here, I think there's gonna be one more pump on it. I think maybe we'll get an opportunity to look at it at a certain level when the other one goes to 100 billion market cap. I think this one probably could go to like $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 maybe if it gets wild out here, it could take a shot again at $10, but otherwise this one is dead. All right. It is my opinion that this one is dead. Trump just kind of backstabbed all of his supporters on this one and added them to his own crypto project. Sato down, Pepe down, no one will know down, Fiat down a little bit, Bonk down a little bit, CC down a little bit, everything down just a little bit, with the biggest sell-off being Hiss, which had a big pump, and the butthole is still not, squeezing one out, if you will. So I'm not losing patience with it because it doesn't really matter. I still think this thing's going to go to $1 billion market cap. But Buttcoin came out last night because you have Fartcoin. Now you have Buttcoin, which also, and I think that it takes away from some of these other ones, but that's exactly why they're trying to do it. They're trying to steal your liquidity from one project into another project. They want you to sell at a loss. They want you to lose money, and then that money gets transferred to them ultimately. So there you have it. That's what's going on. That's your crypto update. That's the market for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Here we go. Chicka-cha-pow. So have a good day. We'll talk to you again very, very soon. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right. I continue to stake with Cryptonomy.finance, and I continue to be impressed. Thanks for tuning in. You can see on the screen right now all of the different transactions. These are the fixed length that I've gone through. As an example, I'm going to earn 0.2 Bitcoin for an investment of 0.2 Bitcoin that I made almost a year ago. That's going to come through on February 10, currently worth about $20,000. Got an 83% reward, getting ready to cash out on USDT. That's money for nothing, guys. My scheduled interest on this is $1,670. I cashed out $82,000 in November of this year after investing about $80,000 as well. This was a gigantic move. I can't tell you that I'm anything more than impressed with Cryptonomy.finance. On my margin trading account so far, I just want you guys to see this. I put 50 Solana in. I've earned a profit so far of 5.5 Solana. Off of my Ethereum, which was 6 Ethereum, I've now earned 0.88 Ethereum. And this is just margin trading. And off of my Bitcoin investment of 10,857, I've earned about $1,000 so far. Right now is the perfect time to get involved in the crypto market. While many people are blindly buying worthless meme coins or joining yield farms, Cryptonomy Ventures has over 6 years of experience and 437 successful dealings at launch stages, which deliver significant returns. In just 2 weeks, Cryptonomy will be launching the Cryptonomy Launchpad, which is going to give exclusive access to early token sales of top Cryptonomy venture products, an excellent opportunity to make significant profits. The company is also preparing a launch of its own token with major exchange listings and events coming very, very soon. Those who support Cryptonomy now will be in the best position to benefit from what's ahead. Guys, let me also point out, Cryptonomy has been featured in CoinDo.com just recently, CoinPaper.com just recently, Finbold, Blockonomy, CoinGape, Bitcoinist, and the Crypto Basic. Guys, Cryptonomy.finance is blowing up. A new coin is about to come out. Make sure that you get your bag filled today.